Welcome everybody back to the Tastebuds podcast. As always, it's Drew, aka Big Red Belly.
Ben, a.k.a. Sauce.
And Kenneth, also known as Infinite K.
We got a great episode today. Mainly, we're going to be going over, obviously, our previews for the NBA playoffs and our NBA award predictions, or just who we chose, not predictions. That's very different. We're not. Well. Oops. We're the play-in is still happening right now. We're actually watching the Bulls Chicago game. That's the same thing. The Bulls Heat game. I'm on a roll right now. So, but I don't think it really matters. I don't think the
Heat are up by 16.
Yeah.
So, and it's
also it doesn't matter. Both of these play-in games don't matter. The only one that mattered already happened.
Yep.
Which was fantastic. I do want to. You guys want to talk about that for just a second?
Yeah.
My goodness. Okay. Jimmy Butler is playoff. Jimmy is still here. Steph Curry is still insane, and Draymond made so many defensive plays, but he still fouled out. And I mean, the Warriors are so good. The West is so good. I can't believe that they're a play-in team. But you guys want to say anything else? I mean, that was a crazy game last night. The refs were a little questionable.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Obviously, I think that's one of the biggest topics about talking. The biggest talking points online, and yeah, I don't think they were necessarily good for either team.
Yeah, that phantom call on Kevon Looney, that shooting foul.
Also, the foul on AirPods block transition, and then you also have the quickest 5 seconds of all time to end the game.
6 seconds.
It was.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I haven't. Okay, but then I don't know. They because one of the biggest compliments, the biggest concerns, kind of whenever you are playing the Warriors, is that Draymond gets a little bit of leeway. Well, actually, a lot of leeway to foul more and get more in the refs' faces. It's so interesting how different players get called differently. I think it's more aggressive on the defensive end because obviously a lot of times like people say like Jokic has a bad whistle, which I think he kind of does. But it's also who's guarding him, and they just have more leeway because it's Jokic, because he's so physical. I don't know. Refs are always a problem. They're a problem in every sport. I mean, how every day if you open up any baseball, Twitter, TikTok, there's a chance you're going to get some shitty ref throwing someone out or being butthurt about something because refs suck.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, before we get into the NBA. Let's roll through everything else. The NFL, we are 8 days away from the NFL draft, and I know I kind of mentioned this already, but a little thought experiment. If you took all of the best rookies from this class and put them against the Tennessee Titans, who's winning?
The rookies.
Titans.
Ben, why do you think the Titans would win? Because I'm also on Kenneth's side, where these guys, it's not like you're talking about a college team. You're going to talk about guys that are all going to play in the NFL with a deep rotation.
Well, because the guys are NFL vets, and they've played NFL talent for years, and the college guys have never played a single NFL player ever. So I think there's just I don't know, skill gap, maybe.
Absolutely not. I think the college players are much more skilled.
I think it's just a different ballpark. And, I mean, once they get a season or half a season under their belt, then I think the conversation changes. But NFL team versus team of college football players, the best college football players, I still think NFL team wins.
Okay. I just think the Titans suck that much.
Yeah.
I also think if the Falcons were trying to win a game tomorrow, I'd rather have Will Levis be our quarterback than Cam Ward.
I just think that's
Cam
shocking.
Ward has never played in the NFL.
But, I mean, Will Levis specifically is like the guy that's going to break your game apart with the stupidest interception of all time. He's so bad. He can't run. When he does run, he's extremely prone to fumbling. He doesn't read the field. He doesn't have good pocket presence. What does he do?
Who's to say Cam Ward has all that against NFL?
I think he has a better pocket presence. I do think that sometimes I was about to break down the Cam Ward review. I think Cam Ward's better. Yeah.
Yeah, college and NFL are different.
Okay. How about Drake May?
What about
Drake May versus Will Levis.
Drake May.
Drake May?
Drake May before the season started versus last year Will Levis.
I don't know.
Okay, well,
I'd say Will.
I'm saying if you were going into a season last year, would you rather have 1 year under the belt Will Levis to win one game, or rookie Drake May
to win one game?
Yeah, or no, you know what I mean? Because do you think actually would you not very do you think very highly of Cam Ward at all?
I think he's a solid guy. I don't think he's number 1 overall pick.
I think it's just I think it's quarterback inflation. I still think he's good. But yeah, I think that's fair. I don't think this quarterback class is that great.
It's not.
I don't even like Jackson Dart that much, and I think he's a lot of people's like sleeper. He's gonna be really good.
Yeah.
Like I think the Saints really like him.
Oh yeah, I've heard that he's not exiting the first round.
You mean he is exiting the first round, or
he's not?
Oh,
where he's not making it
to the second?
Yeah.
Could be why he's 17.
Right. Bet stuff. But yeah, I don't. Guys, leave your thoughts and concerns in the comments.
Yeah, and you let us know about the NBA too. If
NBA
Cooper Flag in the 2025 NBA draft prospects on a team had a month of practice, could they beat the Utah Jazz
or the Wizards?
We'll leave that up to y'all. All right. So today we are going to be diving into our NBA award ballots and who we think should win, who we want to win. And then we will be going into our NBA playoff predictions.
Yep.
So you want to start with the awards?
Sure. I mean, let's start with the big one, MVP.
Yep.
Who wants to run it up? Because obviously it's one of the best MVP races I've ever been alive for. And I was arguing tooth and nail for Joel Embiid, but this is like a different level where it always felt like Jokic was just that type of guy. Yeah. I mean, there was only one. I think it was last year before Joel got hurt. That was the first year where even Jokic fans were conceding that, like, yeah, Joel's better than him. He's scoring. He's scoring like next to Wilt Chamberlain. Little Joel Glaze had to throw it in there. But yeah, this year is super, super, super close, and I guess I'll get into it. I've been on Jokic all season, and I've been convinced for Shea. I mean, I think when you're talking about both these guys, you have to. It's hard to bring either of them down, but I think there's a bigger argument to bring down Jokic because of how bad he's been defensively this year than there is to bring down SGA, who's been a great defensive player consistently throughout his years, but also this year on a historic defense, which I know they have. It's also everyone else. But yeah, SGA is having a top 5 guard season of all time. I don't think that's a hot take. That's how good it's been. Just on social media and internet is going to make you want to think that SGA is just not very good because I guess free throws.
Yeah.
Not even a free throw merchant. But yeah, I don't know what he doesn't do. He's a physical guard who's got an insane handle. He's a connective playmaker. He added the pull-up 3 game to his game. He can get to the rim at will, get to the free throw line at will, and it's the best mid-range shooter in the game. And it's not like other people's mid-range shooting. He uses his physicality so well. Like he's like an impossible problem. Like he's so good. And again, you can't even take anything away from Jokic because I still think Jokic is the best player in the league.
Yeah.
But I guess I kind of forgot to say this, but this is my biggest thing. The conversation is not who the better player this year. I mean, it kind of is, but I think it's what you value more. Yeah. Kind of like with the GOAT debate. Do you value longevity or peak more? I think this is, do you value ceiling raising or floor raising more? And I think I value ceiling raising to an extent because the ceiling is what's going to give you a championship, and the floor raising is going to get you into the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I know that's obviously, again, not always on the player fully. And Jokic is probably having the greatest floor raising season of all time. Maybe actually is a 2022 championship when he brought like a Jamal-less and like MPJ-less team to like the 7th seed, or it was a 6th seed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was ridiculous too. But yeah, Jokic is ridiculous. He's one of my favorite players in the league. I saw something recently on, I think it was Twitter, where I think it was an SGA fan saying that with this MVP, like, you know, you're always arguing on Twitter because I think this guy's like an SGA fan account, that it kind of clouds your judgment on how good Jokic is or how good any player is if you're arguing against them. With Joel finally dying and just being gone, I think after he won the MVP, I finally was able to fully appreciate Jokic, and I think I learned from that experience to just appreciate everybody now. But yeah, I just rambled for around 5 minutes, guys, talking about this. I wrote the least amount with this because I didn't want to talk about it. But here we are. SGA is my MVP. I can't wait to see the Thunder in the playoffs and the Nuggets.
For me, my MVP is not Shea, it's Jokic.
Yep.
Jokic, off the floor
Worst
is
offense.
their offensive rating. The Nuggets is 86.3, which is the worst in
of all
NBA
time.
history.
Yep.
And with Jokic on the floor,
It's the best of all time.
128.6, which is the highest
Yep.
in NBA history. And Nuggets are a plus 11.5 net rating when Jokic is on the court and a minus 9.2 net rating when he's off, which is a 20.7 point swing. And he's literally the most valuable player. He ended up with what, the 4th seed? Nuggets are.
I think are they the 4th or 5th seed?
I think they're
fourth.
the 5th.
Yeah, they are. No, they're the 4th because the Clippers. Gosh, we're NBA pros here. I don't know. Really just filled out our bracket.
It's 4 5.
It doesn't matter. It's 4-5.
I'm pretty sure it's 4.
Yeah.
Playing with NBA head coach who literally just got fired.
Okay, well that's you going.
And I think literally wielding the Nuggets to a top 4 playoff seed in the West.
Yeah.
While being literally the best offensive player ever and being the first person to ever be top 3 in both steals, points, rebounds, and assists. No other player has been top 10 in all 4. And just insane. His defense has gotten better.
What?
As well. Yeah.
Oh my God. Are you about to go to the advanced analytics?
No.
Oh, okay. No, it hasn't. He's been awful on defense.
He's been better.
Like this year than last year?
Yeah.
No. This is one of the biggest arguments I've seen, like, where even Jokic fans are like, yeah, his effort defensively, I think for the whole team has been pretty bad this year. He's always had insane hands. That's like he has like the most kick balls by far. He's a genius. But he has been, I mean, I feel like I can ask anybody. He has been so burdened on the offensive end that the defensive effort has gotten.
Talking about his kick balls.
Yeah,
steals.
Yeah. No, I know. Well, that's not just the part of defense. I think it's
better defense. It's good defense.
No, I think he was better in the Embiid's MVP where he won the championship run. I think we'll see in the playoffs, but like teams hunt him. Like he is not good at keeping up with any guard if he gets switched on top. Like it's like it's just awful. I think he's underrated on like ISO defense against another big. I think he can still like kind of not protect the paint, be a presence there. He's not a negative there, but like him and he's pretty awful in any type of space. Like Aaron Gordon, I think that's why this is the Clippers are going to be such an interesting series, and anyone is if they switch Jokic up to the top, like a James Harden thing, it's cookies. And if they try to get Aaron Gordon out of the paint, they're just fucked. Like Aaron Gordon has to be a backline help. It's just I don't know. I don't know, man. I think Jokic has been so much worse on defense this year than he has in previous. He's just so burdened.
And that's why he's MVP. He's been this burden.
What?
He's had this much of a burden. and
Yes.
he's wielded them to a top 4 seed with. Literally, this is his best statistical season in his career, and this is going to be the season he doesn't get MVP.
Mm-hmm. But this OKC team is historic.
Yes, the team is.
Well,
they're great
headed
players.
by Shea.
Yes,
with
he
an
is the best.
inconsistent.
I'm not taking away from Shea, but
okay.
I think Jokic deserves it more.
That's fair. Okay, yeah. I don't even want to argue it.
I've got Jokic. I don't have ball knowledge, but I know a valuable player when I see it.
So,
that's all.
I think it's more than just best player, best team.
I think it is too. I think it's ceiling raising versus
it's just
floor
everything
raising
that they do. I feel like both players are good.
Yes.
They're both valuable. But if you take Shea off of the Thunder, they're probably like still a top 5 seed, top 4 even.
No, definitely not a top 4 seed.
They'd
be next to
playoffs.
They'd be next to the Grizzlies. I don't know.
If you take Jokic off the Nuggets, they're not even in the playoffs.
Yes, that's true.
That's it. That's all I gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
That's my only award.
Your only award?
I am confident in.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna see if I can do this for all of them, but I have before the season started.
Their odds.
Yeah. Who do y'all think was top 3?
Jokic, Embiid.
Oh fuck no! Was Embiid there?
Do you want to guess?
God damn it! If he was there, that's so sad. I think it was Giannis.
I would say Giannis as well.
Oh my god! I mean, I'm probably is it the top 3? It's Giannis,
Jokic,
SGA, and Embiid. I mean, Giannis, SGA, and Jokic.
Jokic, Embiid.
Oh.
Giannis.
Y'all are missing, yeah. So tied for best odds before the season started was Jokic and Luka.
Oh, I forgot he existed.
Yep.
And then the 3 guys tied after that are Shea, Embiid, and Giannis.
Ah, he's dead now. He died.
And after that was Tatum and Ant tied for 3rd highest odds.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then Brunson, then Wemby tied with
Wemby
and Ja.
Ja?
Yeah. And then Kawhi, Katie, Brunson were all tied after that.
Jeez.
Great.
And then it just keeps going.
Yes. Who?
LaMelo Ball. Mikal Bridges.
Okay.
Up here.
Next one.
Paul George is up here.
Next one.
Same odds as James Harden to win MVP before the season started.
Next award.
Defense Player of the Year. Ben, you want to start this one off?
I have Evan Mobley. I don't have a write-up. Just what I think. But I'm glad he's probably not going to win it because
Money.
I want him to get paid massive amount.
Yeah, that's what I also said that about Jaren and him. Because I also love Evan Mobley. My Defense Player of the Year is Draymond Green. Yeah, here let's go through it. When Wemby got hurt, it was clearly Mobley. The Cavs' defense and his own defense have played him out of that. Let's start. Evan Mobley before January 1st was holding opposing players 14% below their relative field goal percentage at the rim, and the Cavs were a top 7 defense. He was holding players to 0.74 points in isolation, and he's again. This is all for Mobley. He's so switchable, and he's an amazing paint defender. I love Mobley. I really like Mobley. I think he can definitely win it in years to come. But since January 1st, the Cavs are now 15th in defensive rating, and he is since January 1st, he's holding players only 4% below their relative field goal percentage around the rim. That's really bad. Like that's awful. Like that's not like a little drop off. 4% is not impressive. It's just bad. He also is now allowing a 1 point per isolation since January 1st. That's not good. He's only the 55th percentile in isolation defense, and in every other year he's been like 88 or above, like throughout over the league. Now, let's start with Draymond. The reason he's the Defensive Player of the Year. The Warriors are a top three in defensive rating since they traded for Jimmy Butler. Draymond Green is holding opposing players 11%. They're 11% below their relative field goal percentage around the rim. He's a 90th percentile isolation defender. He always takes the difficult matchup more than Mobley. He's a better rebounder than Mobley. And according to Basketball Index, he still is number one in rim deterrence in the NBA. I think Evan Mobley and the Cavs have played worse. I know they've kind of took the foot off the pedal, but it's like a lot worse. Like it's not just been like a little drop off, like we're not playing as much. It's like a noticeable thing where now he's giving up a whole point per isolation and only 4% like around the rim, and Draymond is floating throughout the year. And now they're a top three defense since Butler got there. I don't know. I think Draymond took the award back. I do think it's a bad look on the NBA that he said something on his podcast, and then all the stupid, idiotic voters are like, "Oh, I know that guy's name. Yeah, he's the MVP now." That's so stupid. But it is what it is. It happened. I think he deserves it.
Third.
Yep. Did you know those Mobley numbers?
No.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, but Draymond didn't have a good first half of the year.
Well, again, I gave you his bottom line numbers. I didn't give you his numbers just after Jimmy. Those were his like over the entire year. He's still number one in rim deterrence around on according to Basketball Index. He's still holding players 11% below their relative field goal percentage, and he's a top 90% isolation defender. Those are over the whole year. It's not just after like Jimmy got there. It was just their entire defense got better, like their team defense, and usually like the voters and people don't give a defensive player of the year vote to someone who doesn't have like a top 5, top 10 defense. Yes.
And the odds right now on DraftKings, Draymond's minus 200, Evan Mobley's plus 185, Lou Dort's plus 550.
Hey, I forgot Lou Dort jumped up there.
And that's it. Next is Dyson Daniels at very long odds.
Yeah, I don't know why he dropped so much.
And
okay.
Kent, do you want to say anybody?
The Mobster.
Nice.
That's all.
Who's copying me?
I didn't even hear what you said. I'm not gonna lie.
He didn't say anything.
I'm locked in on baseball.
Third. Rookie of the year. I think this one's kind of tough, but I decided to choose Stephon Castle.
I love that.
I know his efficiency sucks, but when Wemby went down, it was him and Fox running the offensive show, and then it was just him after Fox went down. So he has had by far the most weight on his shoulders carrying a team. And though his bottom line efficiency numbers aren't very good, he's still scoring. He's still semi-running. He's still running a team. And I feel like his numbers compared to everybody else, no rookie's going to be super efficient. And the weight on his shoulders is more. So I'll give it to Stephon Castle. Ben?
Yeah, I'd also give it to Stephon Castle.
It's not a very fun rookie of the year race.
Yeah.
If McCann was still here, he'd win it. Gotta mention him. He was so good.
I saw a Hawks fan say Stephon Castle is like a statistic that he's the second most inefficient shooter this year.
Yeah, he's not efficient.
Yeah.
I did say, yeah.
That's why I said the Rizzler.
No rookies are.
Yeah.
So, and also he's just, again, he went from maybe being a role player to being a starter to running the team by himself. So he also did pretty good in the dunk contest. But yeah, I really like the Rizzler as well.
Odds right now, Stephon Castle's minus 1,400.
Wow.
Alex Sarr is next. Then Alex Sarr is plus 800. And then the Rizzler is plus 1,200. And then Isaiah Collier. And then Zach Edey, then Jalen Wells, and Monas Buzelis, and Khalil Ware.
Hurt?
Yep.
Okay.
MIP.
You got MIP next? That makes sense. I don't know why Coach of the Year next. You want me to go or you want to go?
I have the Dyson vacuum.
Wow, we don't have any. We're not agreeing on anything. You go.
He was at 5.8 points per game. Now he's at 14.2, and obviously he's a menace on defense.
Yeah.
And he is gone from a throw-in to the DeJounte Murray trade to
The second or third best player on the Hawks.
Yeah. And I think that's better than the first overall pick going from.
Oh, I don't. Oh, yeah.
I know you have.
Yeah. What?
I know who you have.
No, you don't.
Oh, you changed it.
Wait, no. Who do I have?
Oh wait, maybe you didn't tell me.
You know?
I thought you had Zubac, but you
No.
don't.
Well, we got a white boy that's getting wasted.
Oh, is it Ty?
Uh huh. I gotta give love to Ty Jerome. Ty Jerome. What can I say? This guy's so fucking good. He went from not getting minutes. This is one of the biggest things. He went from not getting minutes at all, hopping around teams, to getting the keys to the car in certain scenarios on the number 1 seed in the East. With with Darius Garland and Spida off the floor and him on, Cleveland has a 131 offensive rating, a 131 offensive rating. He is one of the most efficient players in every aspect on offense. His floater, his ability to his pick and roll offense, spotting up, isolation, he's so good at all it. Per 36, he's putting up 22 and 6 assists with the lead efficiency. He's improved so much.
Do you care that he's not eligible?
No.
Okay.
I know he's eligible by 0.1 minutes.
Yeah, he's not.
Yeah, I don't care.
By 60 minutes.
If
you know that, Kenneth? You need to play at least 20 minutes a game.
He needed 60. Eligible. He needed 60 more minutes this year, and because the Cavs have been sitting everybody, he hasn't played. So if the Cavs were worse, and he was gonna play more, I don't think he played more than a couple minutes the last couple games.
That's so stupid.
It's like 19.
So he didn't even try to get the award, because if he really was trying to, then they would have played him the last 2 weeks. I know it is.
He wants that ring.
He's gonna help. It's so good. I understand the Dyson argument. He's probably second for me, or Zoo. I really wanted to give it to Zoo, but I love Ty Jerome, and that's kind of why I picked him, because I like that guy, and he's insanely efficient. I should have written down all the per isolation and everything, because it's ridiculous. Excuse me.
Last year, he was. He was 2 points per game last year.
Yeah.
Now he's 12.
Yeah.
Did he get hurt last year? He only played 2 games last year. I guess he was.
Well, he might have been hurt, but he also. If you look at every year, he was not playing.
Yeah.
At all.
He averaged 3 points, 10 points, 7 points, 6 points, 2 points, now 12 points.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I got.
The odds.
Oh yes, please.
And for
Give me
this,
the odds.
Odds are Dyson Daniels minus 1,200.
Is he the odds favorites?
Yeah.
Oh.
Then Cade at plus 400.
Hate that.
And then Austin Reeves.
Okay.
Why?
Long
I don't know. Very long odds. Then Christian Brown.
What?
And Evan Mobley.
What?
Yeah.
Zoo and Ty aren't even there?
Well, Ty's ineligible.
Oh, that's fair.
And no, Zoo isn't. Can we guess?
Tyler Hero's not even there either?
No.
What? Oh, whatever.
Can you guess beginning of the season odds?
Wemby is 1.
Yes.
I hate that.
Chris Paul.
No. Cade? Is he up there?
Yes. He's towards the bottom of the top 10.
Ben, just give it to me. I knew Wemby was 1.
Wemby, Mobley, Bucket, Josh Giddey,
okay,
J-Dub, Scotty Air Barney.
What the fuck?
Jalen
He was an all-star.
Cade,
Jalen Johnson.
Manuel
I forgot
quickly, and
I hate
Kobe White.
I hate most improved players so much. You're a top pick, and you were really, really good last year. Here, you can have an even better chance this year.
Yeah,
it's so stupid. Okay, let's want to keep riding.
Yep.
I had you want to do Coach of the Year or Sixth Man? I don't know why I Coach of the Year in the middle of all this.
Sixth Man.
Yeah, okay. I got a weird pick. Do you want me to do the weird pick, or do you want to go first? Keep rolling.
I have Peyton Pritchard. I think it's pretty obvious. I had Ty Jerome earlier this year.
You did?
Yeah. But now it's Pritchard. And he is minus 1,200 to win.
Is he the favorite?
You said what?
Is he the favorite?
Yeah. Next
Did you pick all the favorites?
No, not Jokic.
Oh.
And also not Evan Mobley.
Heard.
Pritchard, and then Malik Beasley is second place. Then Russell Wilson, then Ty Jerome.
Russell Westbrook?
Yeah.
Why is he up there?
Don't know. And then Ty Jerome and Nas Reed, then DeAndre Hunter, and then Miles.
Nas is so good. I didn't know Malik Beasley was up there so high.
Yep, second place.
Huh. What is it? What are his odds?
Plus 650.
Heard. Okay. Do you want to say anything else about?
No.
I got Malik Beasley. Ty Jerome, Peyton Pritchard both make a very similar case, but the biggest difference, at least for me, for six man, is Ty Jerome and Peyton Pritchard are luxuries on these elite teams. The Pistons need Malik.
Yeah.
He's the second leading scorer on the Pistons, which is a playoff team. He has got 16 points per game on 60% truth shooting. He's made the 8th most threes this year in NBA history. And they're 5 points per 100 possessions better with him on the floor. I don't have much else to say. I feel like that is a pretty good case in itself. Malik Beasley, super important to the Pistons. Sixth man of the year. God.
Can you guess the odds before the season started?
The sound just got exploded. It sounds so bad right now. I know it does. No, he's holding it, which basically makes that like sound.
Well, while I walk around with it.
Yeah, no, it just in your hand while you're moving it. It makes a crazy sound.
All right. Can you guys do the favorite ones?
For sixth man of the year, Nas.
He was second. First was Malik Monk, then Nas,
Okay.
then Norman Powell.
A bunch of boring
and,
shit. I forgot
Jordan
Norman.
Clarkson.
Norman
Harrison
Powell
Barnes,
dying is so sad. He was so good at such an old age.
Yeah.
It's fine now.
All right, Coach of the Year.
Who do you got?
I don't know how to do it.
I got the Nuggets head coach.
The guy that got fired?
No, I got Nico Harrison. Give me Nico Harrison. Made the best move in
Not
the
a coach,
entire
but yeah.
season.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Isn't Best GM actually like an award?
I think, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Thanks,
Executive, I thought.
executive.
Yeah. Totally forgot those. Rob Pelinka wins. It doesn't matter.
I have Kenny Atkinson.
That's fair too. Kenny Atkinson?
Yeah.
I have Mike.
Shoot,
Budenholzer.
why?
Because they were like the 5th seed. Now they're the best record, second best record in the league.
But they were hurt all year last year, so they have the same. I think here. You want me to just get into mine?
Sure.
Okay. The reason I don't have Kenny Atkinson and I have Ime Udoka is because I don't think that a lot of coaching was the reason that the Cavs are so much better. It's internal progression from Mobley and Darius Garland. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think that he re-coached this team to be better. I think it's super similar to last year. You also have an explosion from Ty Jerome, and like you're able to trade Karis LeVert and Niang for Hunter. It's Hunter? Is that the right?
What?
Who do they trade with the Hawks? I always forget.
Hunter.
I always forget his name. DeAndre Hunter. I forget his name every single time I think about him, but he's really good. And so I picked Ime Udoka. The buy-in from everyone every night is why they're the 2 seed in this nasty, nasty West. They went from 41 wins to 52 wins. Like a huge flip. Also, I did forget to mention this when I was going to talk about the sixth man of the year, because unlike why Cade shouldn't get it. Here, listen to that. I don't know why, but like social media and national media, whenever a team is bad, they blame a player too much, and when a team is good, they give a player too much credit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like they looked at Cade as the problem because he's the face, and now they look at him like he's the Messiah because he's the face. But yeah, sorry, we just kind of jumped around to coach of the year, the sixth man, and yeah, Ime Udoka. He was a great coach on the Celtics, and now he's a good coach on the Rockets. Boom.
Next.
Okay, we got the All NBA teams.
So odds before the season
Ah.
was Kenny Atkinson, the favorite, then Joe Mazzulla,
Love
then Mike Budenholzer,
Yikes.
and Steve Kerr, JJ Redick.
Okay.
And yeah.
Do
Do you know who won it last year?
Awkward.
No. Shoot. Wait. Let me think
Wasn't
about
it the Heat?
No.
Dude?
No. Was it Spo? No, it wasn't. Was it the Thunder guy?
Yep.
What's his name?
Oh,
I always forget his name.
Mark Daytonall.
Daytonall.
cool.
Yeah.
All right. Is that everything?
Weird looking guy.
The other awards?
Yeah, we're doing All NBA now. Or did you do that?
No.
Oh. Well, here we
I can
go.
go off the dome.
You want to go off the dome piece? It's like 20 guys.
You're
Like,
doing,
no,
oh, yeah,
I'm
you're
only-
doing all defensive too and all rookie.
Yeah, I am.
I'm only doing all NBA.
First or second or third? Okay, shoot the first team.
SGA.
Yep. There's 4 that you have to have. The fifth one is the most
Jokic.
interesting one. Yes.
Tatum.
Yes.
I think because that's what point guard.
No, there's no
Oh, there's
positions.
no positions.
Yep, it's just the best players.
So you got SGA, Jokic, Tatum.
Okay.
Obviously. I'd say
Who's the third best player in the world?
in the world. Well, there's a few.
You got a super fan sitting next to you.
I don't like the third best player in the world.
Shut the fuck up.
It's the second.
No, he isn't.
Yes, he is.
SGA is that much better.
No.
Yes, he is.
No.
See, and this is what I'm saying.
No.
He's having an all-time guard season. This is better than any of Kobe Bryant's seasons.
Is this?
That's how good this is.
So is he better than Jokic?
No, Jokic is. I mean, I don't know. Jokic is the best player in the league.
Wasn't Shea gonna win MVP over him? Should
What?
Shea be the best player in the league then?
No, I mean, Embiid was not the best player 2 years ago. Oh my gosh, LeBron lost it like 5 years when he should have. You think was the year that Derrick Rose won it? Was he better than Bron?
No.
Okay.
Just because one guy has a better season than the other doesn't mean they're better than them.
Well, no, it's not just the season. It was last year, and it's everything that he does on the court.
What about Giannis?
Giannis is third. It's very close.
Giannis is a great playmaker. He's a better defender.
They're different defenders, but yeah, he's
Giannis
more
is
important.
better though.
Yes,
Giannis.
Shea's a better
the-
scorer.
The fourth.
Yes, he is.
Um,
Who's the fifth? This is the hard one.
This is
Ben,
the
you do
hard
the fifth one too.
Okay.
Who would you have as 5?
I'd say Ant.
Evil Jordan.
Okay, that's a crazy pick. Fifth.
I'd say Ant because you can't really say Luca because he was hurt.
Well, yeah,
for
he's
most
actually
of the
he
year.
doesn't even qualify.
Yeah.
You can't even. Yeah.
LeBron
There's an argument, but
shouldn't.
these are so Curry has an argument and Bron has an argument too.
Yeah.
But here's
Cade
the
does too, right?
what?
Cade's second team.
No, Cade
Guaranteed.
is not. Cade is not first team. The reason that I also picked Ant and I didn't pick LeBron or Steph, and I was really close with Steph, is because while Ant didn't have the highs of Steph and Bron, he never had the low lows of Bron barely reaching that 10 points per game thing, awful efficiency, not good defense, and then Steph having 3-point games. The offense is failing. Every post-game conference seems like a funeral. Ant has been consistently amazing all year. He's now the best shooter in the NBA, I guess. It doesn't make any sense. You just like watch Dame, and now he just shoots like him. It makes no sense. But yeah, I have Ant in my last spot. Ben, who would you have in your 5th spot?
I don't know.
Great.
I guess LeBron.
That's fair. I like that. Okay, second
This
team.
This guy's Brunson.
Who is this guy?
Some ESPN.
Why the fuck would you have
article guy.
Brunson? That's a weird pick.
He has Shea, Jokic, Giannis, Tatum, Brunson.
Brunson's
Second team.
Brunson's okay.
is-
Who are you looking at? Why
What
are
do you
you?
mean?
It should say who is it's up at the top of the headline.
Yeah, I know.
So why are you reading this guy's random
Really?
ballot out?
It's Tim Bontemps.
Tim Bontemps. I actually know that is.
Yep.
Let me read mine out. We don't need to listen to Tim Bontemps.
Yeah.
Okay. Second team is Steph, Bron, Evan Mobley, Brunson, and Halliburton.
I like that.
You have any problems with that, Ben?
Say it again.
Steph, Bron, Brunson, Evan Mobley, Tyrese Halliburton.
I respect that.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, I wanted
This guy
you.
is Spider.
Hallie's questionable, but
I wanted so. Okay,
He-
yay!
he can.
I wrote down some stuff about Hallie. I wanted to argue Hallie.
He can
Hallie,
make-
the first 20% of the year was bad,
Yeah.
but since then he's been great. He still finished even with an awful first month or two. He still finished with his bottom line of 9-9 with 60% true shooting. They were 56-27 when he plays, a 120 offensive rating when he's on the floor. There was a 7.5 point swing in terms of on and off offensive rating. He's a 95% pick and roll creator, an 80% isolation creator, and 81 spot up scoring still. He is an amazing, amazing offensive player. He was obviously hurt. His back was not working in the beginning of the year. You saw he didn't play in the Olympics. So when you watch him, he just controls the game. Again, his numbers aren't gonna like super jump out of you. Like it's like I guess he's like 20-10 if he was like better throughout the whole year. But he runs one of the best offenses in the league, and I really really like Halliburton. Okay, want me to go to the next one? Third team.
Yeah.
Cade Cunningham, Spida, Cat, Triple J, and Darius Garland.
No Harden?
No Harden. He's floating an offense.
This guy
It's just cool.
left Halliburton off.
Lame.
He said because Pacers had a slow start with a second half surge.
Not just second half,
And,
second it was literally I looked it up. It was like 20% of the first year, 20% of the year was bad for him, and the rest of the 80 was good.
And he said,
And Braun also was bad for probably like 10%.
his last player in was Trey J, Jaren Jackson Jr.
Yep,
And he chose him over Halliburton because he was more consistent.
that's
during the
fair. I mean, the reason I have Jaren Jackson here is first off because defense was still good until like the last, I guess, month and a half. But his touch shot has been so good. He really did not have a good end of the season, and that's why he dropped out of my second team.
season.
But he's improved on like stuff around the rim, like 10 feet from the rim. So like it's automatic now. And again, I cannot believe that they went away from Kenny Atkinson because if we were able to see like the whole team offense instead of just Ja, with Jaren being better, with Bane being better, with Scotty being better, with Salty Aldama, like they moved back to, we're just going to lean on Ja just because Ja wanted that so his numbers went up more. I wish we at least saw it in the playoffs because I think it would have been so much better. And also Jaren is a lot better in that system. And I think that speaks good on Jaren as a player, that he fits better in like a team setting than just following like a guy that just spams pick and rolls.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He can fit more on like different like set. Like, he's still okay at like with Ja running this show, but okay.
This guy had
Are we jumping around to different guys?
no, it's the same guy.
Okay.
He had the Rizzler winning Rookie of the Year, and his reasoning is he was like, let's not pretend like this was the race last year where Wemby and Chet would have won just about any year of the past 20
Yeah, it's a bad
seasons.
rookie year race.
Said the season's choice boiled down to Castle, who has taken on a bigger individual role in San Antonio.
That's why he won it.
Marie Chassé, who has carved an effective role on a team competing for a playoff spot.
Competing for a playoff spot.
The Rizzler,
Yeah.
who's averaged 14 points on 50%, 40% from three since January 1st.
Yeah, I mean, I think I have the Rizzler second. He's the second best rookie. Okay, all defensive team. Draymond Green, Evan Mobley, Amen Thompson, Triple J. I didn't drop him to second team. I really wanted to. And Dyson Daniels.
Okay,
Any
mine
weird
is-
stuff? Yours is.
Yeah.
This guy's.
No.
You actually have
I
it?
agree with him.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I have Dyson Daniels, Amon Thompson, Zubac, Evan Mobley.
Zoo? And your first team.
Yeah.
Over who? Over Draymond Green, Evan Mobley, and Triple J? You have Zoo over all three of those guys.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. He's joking. He's laughing.
He doesn't say why.
That's a crazy thing to say. Okay, second team. Bam Adebayo, Rudy Gobert, J-Dub, Damari Kamana. Ooh, I said that wrong. And Lou Dort.
Okay. I have Derek White,
Whoa.
J-Dub,
Did he watch basketball this year?
Lou Dort, Rudy Gobert, and Draymond.
Draymond is the end of his second team. He's going to win Defensive Player of the Year. Why are we looking at this random guy from ESPN? The reason I had to throw Lou Dort in is because I really felt I needed two. Like that was my last pick. I felt like I really needed two people from this historic, and I mean it historic. They were the best defense in NBA history for a while, OKC team. And let's not forget, Chet went down, Ihart was down, J-Dub was playing the small ball 5 at like 6'7", 6'8", 6'6". He played it extremely well. They were still on a historic pace with him as their center. He was holding other like people in the paint like below 10% while he was playing center. It's him and Chet as their best defenders. I think Lou's third. I think Lou is interesting though because he always takes the hardest assignment, whether it's a guard or even like Lou and J-Dub will be guarding Giannis if they ever play them. Yeah. Or iHeart kind of. But like yeah, also Toumani Camara. Give a little love to a lesser known name. You know who that is, Kenneth? Toumani Camara?
No.
What team does he play on?
What team?
Oh, you don't know who he is. Why am I asking?
No. I feel like I don't.
Yeah, for my ballot,
Your ballot.
Yeah, I had three players left for 2 spots. I have Derek White, J-Dub, and Toumani Camara.
Okay.
Who has become an elite stopper in his second NBA season.
Yes.
But I opted to reward J-Dub and Derek White because they're 2 versatile two-way players.
I can't believe Derek White's
with
a
the
question.
best chances to reach the finals.
Derek White's so interesting because my general belief on defense is that paint defense is just so much more important. That's why the fact that Dyson and Amen are on my first team is kind of against what I think, but I think they're that good at perimeter defense. Mm-hmm. Like Amen is that insane. Amen is so fucking good. Amen might lock down Curry.
Yep.
Just straight up.
Spoiler alert.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to get into all rookie?
Yeah, last one. Let's roll through this.
Yeah, I have.
You have it. You were looking this up.
Yeah, I have the Rizzler, Stephon Castle, Jalen Wells, Khalil Ware, Zach Edey.
Oh, God, get Edey off my first team. I have the Rizzler, Stephon Castle, Donovan Clingan, Jalen Wells, and Alex Sarr.
Okay, I mean, Edey provided a solid presence in the paint for Memphis all season long, despite playing just 21.5 minutes per game.
Okay. You're reading off this guy's thing. That's not your argument. Zach Edey, his numbers look better than he is. Like, you guys watched it yesterday. Zach Edey was not that good. Go look at his bottom line numbers. He, had, a 16 points and, 17 rebounds. He's not good in space, and he's not that good of a paint defender. He's a good rebounder, and I don't know. He's a semi-efficient paint scorer, but he's fine. He is my first player on the second team. Then it's Khalil Ware. Then it's Yves Mises. Then it's Kyle Filipowski, and then it's Justin Edwards.
No Donovan Clingan?
He's on my first team.
Yeah, my second team, I have Yves Missy.
Yep.
Clingan.
Yep.
Alex Sarr.
Yep.
Ryan Dunn and Miles Brazales.
Ryan Dunn was my first off. Justin Edwards is low-key a homer pick, but he was really good this year. On a pretty semi-efficient 10 points a game. I think 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Undrafted rookie from Philly, hometown hero. A bright spot in this shitty season. And then Kyle Filipowski, guys, he's gonna be good.
Mr. Flip.
He is. I can't believe he dropped in the second round just because the character concerns of the Mormon girlfriend or whatever, right? Do you remember that whole conversation that was going on when he got drafted?
No.
His Mormon girlfriend that she wasn't gonna let him move or something, so there was quote unquote character concerns. So he dropped. He just kept dropping. He's literally he's on 10 points a game with almost no he didn't get run until the second half of the season as much, and Kyle Filipowski's gonna be good.
Yeah, my argument for Ryan Dunn is that
yeah, he's right off mine.
yeah, he's a solid wing defender for the Suns, whose long-term ceiling will be determined by his
solid
three-point
wing
shot.
defender. Solid wing defender. He's a great wing defender.
He started off hot and
yeah, his shot was
waned
falling
considerably as the year progressed.
Well, yeah, I mean the fact that he was shooting at all in the beginning of the year was a godsend. But yeah, he's solid.
All right,
Pretty deep.
and Kenneth, welcome back to the show.
Welcome to the show. We're doing our playoff predictions now.
Woo! Action-packed episode.
Let's start with the stupid conference, the dumb one that doesn't exist.
So the West,
No.
what do you mean the best teams ever in the East?
Okay. Let's just go top to bottom, okay?
Are we doing?
What?
Let's start with the 1 seed.
Yeah, we're doing the Cavs. And then the winner of Heat Hawks. Is this a conversation?
No.
Ben?
Cavs in
No.
4.
Cavs in 5.
Cavs in 5.
Okay. Here we go. Now it's time to have a conversation. Pacers Bucks. Then you take this away as a resident Bucks fan.
Yep. I have Bucks. I don't know. I need to go back see if I have 6 and 7. I think I have 7 because if we're gonna win, it has to be in 7 because we're not gonna have Dame at least for game 1. We might go down 0-2 going back to Milwaukee, but hopefully we can split. We can steal a game, but I gotta pick the Bucks no matter what. But
okay, if you didn't have to pick the Bucks, who would you pick?
I don't know. I can't. You can't pick because you don't know if Dame's going to be back game 2 or if he's not going to be back at all.
What if Dame comes back?
Bucks.
That's crazy.
You are a Pacers glazer, so
I'm a Halliburton glazer.
and Pacers.
I enjoy. Oh, it's really all off Halliburton. I mean, they have a bunch of solid players. I'm not a Siakam guy. His defense has been better. He can attack mismatches. Miles Turner is like cool. Like he's an overrated defender. He's just a good shooter. I just like Halliburton a lot. I love Halliburton so much. He's just a happy guy.
Yeah, he's a little zesty.
Oh, okay. He's got cool fits on. He looks like he's old money.
And I mean, the Bucks. We have Pat Connaughton just dropped 42 points.
Okay, well then
we have Kuzma who
just changed. You just changed my mind.
22 points in the first quarter. Kuzma.
Second option, Kyle Kuzma in the playoffs.
Evil Jordan, who's averaging like 20 over the last 7 games.
Have fun rooting for that guy.
Dame, who is All NBA 75, top 5, whatever. Giannis, who's second best player in the league. We have Brook Lopez, who is one of the best.
What does he do good?
Protects the paint, protects the rim, and shoots threes.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Bobby Portis, who is back with vengeance after being unrightfully suspended. And then we have...
You're just naming players off your roster.
Yeah, our team is so deep, and they're also good.
Let's not even talk about your historically amazing head coach.
Yep. Gary Trent's on a prove-it deal. He has to turn up in the playoffs or else he's not getting money.
You're arguing like it's the beginning of the season. Gary Trent's on a prove-it deal.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's why we're going to win.
Great. Yeah, the Pacers are going to outpace them.
Yep.
Their defense is better than last year. The best defense that Halliburton and the Pacers have had. Their offense is still elite. And if you're thinking about who's going to be more uncomfortable, if they can put... I don't know who they're going to put on Giannis, but if they make, I don't know, like Obi Toppin, like when his minute's on, to pick up Giannis so he can't get ahead of steam, and then you just kind of plop like a help side rim defender to also slow him down, you can kind of stop Giannis. And I don't see the Bucks stopping the Pacers at all. And I'm not saying they're going to stop Giannis, but I mean slow him down. Is that a better word?
Yeah.
I feel like they have a better chance of slowing down Giannis than the Bucks have as slowing down the Pacers offense. And a lot of the playoffs are gonna come to like who is gonna be able to create more advantages. Pacers.
I've got Bucks in 5.
Okay, well that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, Giannis last season in the playoffs. Let me see.
He played like 2 games, right?
Let me see.
I can't believe this is what we're looking up. While you're looking that up, we're gonna do Knicks Pistons. Ken, who do you have Knicks Pistons?
Knicks in 6.
Do you want to do a breakdown, or you just want to keep us talking?
Got nothing. I just feel like Detroit's and pretty hot right now.
They're a good team.
But the Knicks are really conditioned, and I don't know. Knicks are just better.
Ben, you want to argue? We're gonna talk while you're
I
still
have
looking.
Knicks in 6.
I do too. I think it's.
Coffee in my homework.
I think the bottom line, the Knicks' bad defense. They still have amazing win defenders. I mean, that's what their defense is predicated on. I think it's interesting where they're going to try to hide Brunson when they're guarding them, but I think a star is going to be super important in this series. I still think they're going to get 2 games, but the Knicks' just overall talent is amazing. He might play his guys into the ground, which might affect them in later series. But this first one, I think they're going to take care of. They have home court advantage. New York is fucking insane. So is Detroit. But if New York takes 1-2, I think they will. I think they probably split in the Pistons. Actually, fuck it. They're winning in 5. Yep.
Sorry, Giannis didn't play at all last year against the Pacers.
That took a while. Okay. Last one.
But Bucks were 3-1 against the Pacers this year.
Well, that means everything.
Only loss was on Halliburton's stupid 4-point play.
It's stupid 4-point. Who fouled him?
No one actually fouled him as a fan.
Oh, no one fouled him.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Celtics in 6 over the Magic.
Celtics in 4. I don't care. I'm
Celtics
not
in
listening to
4.
this. Yeah, they're stupid.
Why are the Bucks why are Bucks in 5 but
We're back at the
Celtics
Bucks.
are in 6?
The Magic are not
Because
good.
I'm a genius.
He's a genius.
It's because I'm a gambling man, and I like to,
You bet Bucks in 5 and Celtics in 6 parlay, you probably win a hefty amount of money.
1,000.
That's because it's going to happen.
No, well
I
that.
mean, obviously.
Okay.
Are we gonna go second round? Or
Yeah, we're gonna go second round.
In the East?
Yes.
Okay.
We all have. Never mind.
No, we don't.
Kent and I have Cavs Bucks.
Yes.
I have Cavs in 6.
I have Cavs in 5.
Oh, it's Cavs Pacers, right, for me?
Yeah.
I have Cavs in 7. They, yeah.
Glazer over here.
I'm not a Glazer. They're good. The Pacers are good. I still think the Cavs have improved so much this year. Where, like again, this matchup last year, Garland wasn't as good. Mobley wasn't as good, and I don't know. The Cavs are ridiculous. I don't really have much to say. If I'm trying to break down the series, I'll do that if this actually happens, which it probably will.
Yeah. No.
Yes, coming from Ben. In his heart of hearts, he knows that his team is gonna suck. Probably because of Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers sucks. It's so funny to see all the Bucks fans saying how bad he is.
Yeah.
How did you not know that?
What? Are you talking about the front office?
Well, no, Giannis wanted him. Yeah, they wanted a historic coach or something. Okay, next is Knicks Celtics. This is a fun series. I guess I am a Pacers glazer. I don't actually think the Pacers have a chance of beating the Cavs. I just said in 7 because I think they're going to make it hard. This is more interesting. I think Celtics in 6.
That's why I have.
Yeah, not as
Same.
interesting. I mean, the Celtics are so fucking good.
Yeah.
I mean, they are. What they're so good at, especially offensively, is they have mastered mismatch attacking. Brunson is going to be unplayable in this Celtics series. Even their smallest guy, Derek White, is going to back him down. and create advantages. And Derek White is a good passer where he's going to kick and move. Like Drew Holiday, obviously, shout out fucking Harrison. Obviously, Drew Holiday is going to be able to mismatch attack. It just isn't fair. Like the Celtics are that good, and also like I don't even know if they're going to play. Wouldn't it be crazy if they didn't really play Porzingis in the first series at all?
Yeah.
Why would they?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's what everyone in probably the East predictions mostly have. It's Cavs Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Kenneth, you have the Cavs. I want you to tell us why.
I feel like the Celtics are gonna break down.
In what way? They were breaking down last year with Tatum sucking and Drew Holiday shot not falling and Porzingis hurt. It didn't matter. Now they're all healthy and Tatum is better than last year. They're better than last year. And also, Peyton Pritchard is now a thing.
Jaylen Brown's worse, though.
I just believe in,
Well, I think it's just Cat. But Jalen Brunson also rose in playoffs a lot.
I just believe in Cleveland.
Just goes.
We believe.
I have no reason behind any of my NBA stuff.
Straight vibes.
It's just vibes and what I feel.
I mean, I just spent like a long time glazing the Celtics. They're really good. They're unbeatable.
Yep. All right. And,
Western Conference.
Western.
Let's get the first one over. OKC in 4.
Thunder in 5.
Wait, we didn't. Did we say our Celtics Cavs prediction?
I said Celtics and I didn't say the prediction. I guess I do have to do the game. I just said Celtics are winning.
Uh,
Celtics in 5.
I have Celtics in 7.
Nope.
Yep.
This is when they start trying.
Hello.
It's working. Oh, bro.
What? You want to make it closer?
Sure.
Yeah. Or you guys get to get closer too. Start hugging each other.
Okay.
Celtics in 5. They start trying, and then they beat the Cavs in 5.
Celtics in 7. I still think the Cavs are good.
I'm not a Cavs believer. They will be in the Eastern Conference Finals. I do think that.
I was about to say who's better, the Caps or the Pacers, but I guess.
I said I love the Pacers, but they're not that good.
I have Cavs in 6 in this one.
And I love Darius Garland and Evan Mobley too. I don't. What do you think? Here's kind of a thought experiment. What do the Cavs do if they make it to the Eastern Conference Finals and they lose to the Celtics in 6? A competitive 6. They run it back. Do they try to change anything?
No. Because the Celtics going to have to disband after next year.
Trade Jarrett Allen. Evan Mobley at the 5 is better.
Yep.
He plays better at the 5. And also, that also gives you the chance to now have a 5-out offense, which Jarrett Allen does not exist. Even though I think Jarrett Allen is a very good player. I think he's underrated. He's just such a good play finisher. He's a good defender. I would trade Jarrett Allen. That's what I would do. They're still so deep too. They have so many people. I mean, I don't think I've heard Dean Wade's name mentioned in like a year.
Yeah.
He's also good. They have so many people. Okay.
All right. Thunder versus either
Thunder in 4.
Thunder in 5.
The Grizzlies or the Mavs. I mean, or the Kings. The Cavs. I mean, what?
I mean, I have
Grizzlies in 5.
I have Thunder in 5.
It's probably going to be the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I think the Grizzlies will win.
I think the Grizzlies get absolutely molested, and it's just sad. And their fans get even sadder.
Probably.
What a sad name. Okay, I think that's the only bad series in the West.
Yeah.
Everything else is like must-see TV.
Yeah.
Starting with Nuggets Clippers.
Nugs in 6.
6. Ben, what do you have?
Clippers in 7.
And I have Clippers in 7. If there's anybody in the league that I want guarding Jokic,
it's Zubac.
It's Zubac. I mean, and that alone, or Anthony Davis is a good defender too. Like, let's not pretend that the only reason that the Nuggets were winning those series was because AD was doing bad. He was doing his goddamn best. It's just that Jokic is almost unguardable. But the way Zeus played this year, the way that they played against Jokic, this is going to be it's the best Jokic defending team because you have the people to stop the wings. You have Kawhi who's going to be so good. You have Derek Jones. Harden's going to float the offense. I even think that with Kawhi being back, playoff Kawhi, which has been a real thing for almost a month now.
Yeah.
That's really what comes down to.
I love
because
the Clippers.
because if it was still down to just Harden carrying the offense, I would definitely pick the Nuggets. Even if their role players and their depth and their defense has been fading and they just fired their head coach and GM. They still have the best player in the world. But I think that only gets you 3 games and maybe only 2 games. I was really close. But the Clippers are so good. Mainly because of Kawhi. That's what it really comes down to. Team defense, Kawhi. I think Harden still might have a stinker, but it's really all about Kawhi. Yep, and Zubats.
I love the Clippers.
I do too. They're so good.
So many good defenders.
They're just
Kawhi and Harden.
It's insane.
Much. Norman Powell offense.
I forgot Norman Powell. Just that also just is such a reliever on Harden to be like really good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The fact that I always forget they have Norman just because he's kind of been quiet, but he can still go 20 points a game in a playoff series, which again is another reliever on Harden having to actually be like a real like offensive like scorer. He can still be a creator even when he like has like 3 points. He's still like a good passer and stuff. But
thank you, Sixers, for making this team possible.
Thank you for something. They also have Ben Simmons. Yeah. What a guy. Which in 10 minutes a game, he could be okay as a passer and defender. He plays their center. Yep.
You see, he's been their scout team, Jokic.
Really?
Yeah.
That's insane. Oh, he's also been hurt all year off and on because he doesn't play anymore.
And then for our next series, Lakers, Timberwolves, Joe Ingles has been the scout team. Luka and Bronny has been the scout team. Anthony Edwards.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, Timberwolves in 7.
I like to fly. I'm a nice guy. Lakers in 5. Joking.
Hell yeah.
No, it is Lakers in 7. I think. Oh my gosh, Luka and LeBron on a team together
in the playoffs.
I mean, and let's not forget Luka absolutely cooks Rudy Gobert in drop coverage. Not just Rudy. It's not Rudy's fault fully. But he just cooks this team in drop coverage. Jaden McDaniels and Nickeil Alexander-Walker are not big enough to guard him. They're going to have to put Ant on him. That's what they did at the back half of that series. And Ant did better. But that also gives Ant less energy to fully go on the offensive end. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy they have Luka and LeBron, and also they now have Austin Reeves. And Rui's going to be back. He's a good shooter. And if there's any team that the Lakers could go against where they didn't need a center, it's kind of this team because Rudy Gobert might have the worst hands in the NBA. Bro can't catch. He doesn't have good touch around the rim. He just is not very good on offense. He's been better in the last month or two. But yeah, and the Julius Randle factor, I mean, I've heard some people be overly negative about it. He's been hurt in other series. Obviously, he's like the worst playoff dropper of all time. I think he's just going to be okay. He can maybe attack Rui, which he's been good in the past at, but I don't know if that's giving you that much of an advantage. LeBron, Luka, and and Austin Reeves. That's all I need to say against this defense. Ant's going to be a superhero, though. Ant's going to be so good, and that's why it's going 7. I'm just giving the reason why the Lakers will win. Let's not downplay how amazing this Timberwolves team is. Okay.
I have Lakers in 7.
Yep. We're agreeing on some stuff.
Yep.
Not the Pacers.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to say anything else about it?
Nope.
No.
All right.
Rockets, Warriors. Every single one of these series is so hard to pick.
Warriors in 6.
I mean, Ben, you do yours first. I'll try to think of a way to put this well.
Okay. So I have the Rockets in 7. I just think their defense is unbelievable, and they'll be able to guard Curry really well. And they have young guys. I think if it goes 7, they will have better legs than the old Warriors, and they have more fight because they're a young, scrappy team. And I just like the Rockets because everybody is down on them, even though they're the 2 seed. And yeah.
So we just had dinner before the podcast, and I picked Rockets in 7. I'm now picking Warriors in 7. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna flip flop on this series specifically for a while. I think, but I think I'm the more and more I think about it, the more I want to just sit on the Warriors side. And I think it comes down to how the Warriors are going to be able to guard the Rockets. The Rockets' path to winning is Amen Thompson being Amen Thompson and shutting down Curry fully. Jimmy Butler being bad, and yeah, again, Alperen Sengun and Green being consistent. In my mind, I feel like it's less likely for those two to be consistent, especially Alperen Sengun with the defense player of the year on him. And Green is the most like inconsistent player of all time, where if his shot isn't falling, he's not a good passer, and he's athletic, but I don't know. If the shot's falling, I think they could win. But I just think that Steve Kerr is going to have enough game plans with pods probably on him to disrupt him enough to where he'll not be consistent on offense. Draymond's going to be good. You still have Steph. Playoff Jimmy's a thing. And there's no one that can guard him better. But we're in the playoffs now. Obviously, Amen guarded him very well in their last matchup, which a lot of people are going to think about. But it's also playoff Steph Curry. And
you didn't mention Dylan Brooks and Freddie.
Why would I talk about them? Dylan Brooks has been a good shooter, and Fred VanVleet if he's not hitting threes, he's a 0 on offense. He can't get to the rim. He can't even do mid ranges anymore. He's like a 3-point shooter and a passer, and he's a solid defender too.
Yeah.
Again, they're the best. They're the best Curry defender in the league.
Yeah.
But I think it just comes down to the Warriors defense also being able to stop what they do, as they have a dog shit half court offense. Yes.
All right. That concludes the first round. Second round, Andrew and I have Clippers, Thunder.
Yep.
I have Thunder in 6.
I also have Thunder in 6.
I have Thunder in 7 against the Nuggets.
That's fair. If you're speaking on this matchup, Chet and Ihart. I mean, it's just they have so much talent. It's like ridiculous. Like every time you think about them, they just get like it's just insane to think of. They can go small, they can go jumbo, they can go regular, they can go 5 out, they can switch in offensive skill with Isaiah Joe. You can throw out Kassan Wallace out there, which is, I think, a better defender than Shea. He's so cerebral, it's ridiculous. You can start Kassan. J-Dub's going to be back. He's been more consistent the second half of the year. His shots returned. Chet is going to be able to attack Chet is going to be able to attack and mismatch hunt whoever is not Zoo. And they're just too good. They're too deep. They have too many options, and Shea is going to be great. Yes.
Yeah.
Ben, you want to say anything?
That's why Shea's not MVP.
Why?
How good his team is.
Well, I think it's different.
If the Thunder and the Nuggets had the same record, would it still be Shea?
Debatable. And I mean, if they had the same record and the same like metrics, then the Nuggets would have been one of the greatest teams of all time. Like insane team. And again, he's leading the number one team, one of the greatest teams of all time. And he's also having one of the greatest guard seasons of all time. Jokic is having probably the best offensive season of all time, but in total, where we back to the MVP conversation. SGA is both sides amazing. But Jokic is the greatest offensive player of all time. I am comfortable saying that. Of all time. Anybody else? Give me anybody. Nope. It's Jokic.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Lakers, Rockets.
Kenneth, did you give yours? You said Nuggets in 6?
I
You
said
said
Thunder and 7.
Thunder and 7. Thunder and 7.
Andrew and I have Lakers, Rockets.
Yep.
I have Lakers in 6.
No, I have Lakers, Warriors. Remember, I switched.
We all have something different.
We all have something different? Wow. You start yours, Ben. You're already talking.
Yeah, I have Lakers in 6 against the Rockets. I think this is where knowledge of the game is going to come in.
It won't come in against like the 3 smartest like players in the league. I think that the Warriors have the three like a big 3. They have the smartest big 3 in the league by far. So they're just Draymond, Steph, and Jimmy are so smart and just think the game the right way. They're connected passers. The offense just flows. But yeah, you go. I'm sorry, I interrupted.
But LeBron and Luka are better. They have like same knowledge, but they're better players.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is where just LeBron is going to go to work. So is Luka. I don't know. The Lakers are just better than the Rockets.
Yeah, the top end talent's ridiculous.
Yeah. And they have so much playoff experience. And yeah.
Kenneth, do you want me to go or you want to go?
I'll go.
You got Timberwolves, Warriors,
I
right?
have Timberwolves, Warriors. I have this game going to 6, and I have the Timberwolves beating the Warriors in 6.
I can definitely see it.
I
I
could
think-
also see it going to 7, but I feel like it's going to be one-sided.
Third, I got Lakers, Warriors, and again, I think it comes back to what's the Lakers' biggest problem is
Big men.
yeah,
Big men.
and who on the Warriors is going to be able to attack that problem?
Yep.
I think when we're talking about creating advantages, I think the way that
Draymond, Jimmy.
yeah, the way that JJ Redick runs his defense is kind of it's a very, very team defense. Like every single time, every single like team they play, they all have different schemes for different players. So their entire team will be briefed and coached to the best of the ability on stopping Steph. And that usually leaves advantages to other places, mainly like posting up, like or other players getting better. So if Jimmy can pop off, I think that they can make it super close. But Lakers in 6, they're not going to be able to stop Luka and LeBron. And again, who's gonna create more advantages? It's the Lakers.
If Timberwolves and Warriors matched up, who's guarding Ant?
Pods.
Is Pods a good defender?
He is.
Okay.
He's small, but
He's white, so I didn't think so.
he's a good defender. That's why he was playable, at least semi-playable at the beginning of the year when his offense wasn't doing good. He's a good defender. Yep.
All right. So Western Conference Finals. Do we all have the same thing? No.
No.
Kenneth
No, he has
has-
Timberwolves.
Yeah, that's right. I have Thunder in 6 or 7. I forget.
Well, choose it right now.
6.
Heard.
Thunder in 6.
I think what I just talked about comes to play here, where the Lakers kind of have a by-team defense, and I think that OKC absolutely has the personnel to attack when they give and also the Lakers don't have a good enough defense to just not have a scheme, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So they're going to have a scheme probably to stop Shea, and a lot of people are like talking about will the team be good enough when Shea is being like when other people have to make shots, and I think it is better than last year. I think they're all better than last year. I think they're good enough to make shots. They're like the top 3 like 3-point shooting team this year, and I think that will hold up. And again, people always forget about this. They just talk about offense, but OKC has the best defense in the league. They can do anything. They can switch. Again, they have the lineup versatility is mind-boggling. They can go with no center. They can go Chet. They can go Ihart. They can go both. I don't know. I mean, how many times do I have to talk about this?
Yeah.
It's like ridiculous. They can run 5 different looks, zone, drop, switch, all against Luka, and they can see which one works better. I see it so hard beating this team 4 times. Again, maybe they run one of those defense schemes in the first game, and it's going to be close in the second game, and maybe the Lakers even go up 2, but they just have so many options, and that's why they're going to win. OKC in 6.
Remember, the Thunder were in the championship earlier this year, but they lost to a better team.
Oh my God, that's why the Bucks are winning it all.
Yep.
Yes.
NBA Cup champions.
And that's why even if you guys didn't make the playoffs, it's still like a successful season.
Yeah.
You guys are NBA Cup champions. My God, how many times?
All right, Kenneth.
I have the Thunder and the Timberwolves. This is, if you didn't watch the last time we did this, it was like about a month ago. I had this exact same scenario, except I had the Cavs and Knicks in the Eastern Conference Final. But I had Cavs winning that, obviously. But this time, it's the Timberwolves and the Thunder. I had the Timberwolves winning that one. And I have the Timberwolves winning in 7 against the Thunder in the Western Conference Finals.
Has anything I said made you think about it at all?
A little bit.
Because you can. It's always okay to switch,
Yeah.
but I'm just like, because I know you're sticking.
I just want to stick with it.
Okay.
You know? And because obviously,
yes,
I like Ant. I
Ant
just
is
got
awesome,
shoes.
yeah. Ant
And
is-
yeah.
Hurt.
No.
Okay.
NBA Finals time.
Kenneth, you got the weird one. You start.
I have the Cavaliers and the Minnesota Timberwolves. I have Cavs in 5.
Insane. But that's
I think because I have Timberwolves in very long series, 7, 6, 7, and then 5.
Yes.
The NBA Finals, they'll be exhausted and it's gonna slow down a little bit. And I could be completely wrong. This is all predictions, obviously. But I think Cavs, their longest series for me that I have is that Celtics series where they go 6. And I just feel like they're going to be fully healthy, fully rested, and be able to dominate. And it's going to be like the Mavs or the Heat and Nuggets NBA Finals 2 years ago. And then the Celtics Mavs?
Yep.
Last year?
Yep.
Which shouldn't have happened probably.
I know it kind of should have. They went up. The Mavs are nasty.
Yeah.
It's just the Celtics are
dominant.
No, they're the perfect team to guard Luka.
Yeah.
Because it's like, unlike like a skinny guy like Jaden or Nikhil or a smaller guy like Ant, every single person they have is strong enough to be big with Luka.
Yeah.
Every guy they switch. And Jaylen Brown played one of the best series of his life defensively.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and Tatum was able to stop all the lobs. He played such good defense on stopping the vertical threat of Gaff and Lively. It was just such a good defensive, like everything.
Mavericks really fell off. What even happened to them? Oh,
Nico Harrison decided to rape his team.
Nico Harrison decided to make the best trade in NBA history.
Tell nobody.
And traded for Anthony Davis and Max Christie.
That's why they're going to lose the playing game against the Kings.
That's literally the best move of all time. I don't know how anybody else would think of that. Nobody else thought of that. Except for Nico freaking Harrison.
Oh, my God. Okay. We got Celtics OKC.
Yep.
Ben, you go first because I'm flip-flopping. Currently in my brain.
I have Celtics in 7.
What advantage do they have to where they're going to win the series? What gives them the edge?
Well, they have more experience. They did it last year. And I don't know. Both teams are just so good. They have depth. They have skill. They have top-end talent. They have defense. They have offense. both teams have it all, but I mean Celtics. I think they will repeat.
Do you think the 3-point shooting variance could affect them,
Yes.
like it has in the regular season more than it did last year?
Yes.
When I'm thinking of negatives on both of these teams, I think it both comes down to the Celtics have more 3-point variance, but I guess because the Thunder are young, people think maybe they're not going to shoot as well as they did regular season as they did in the regular season. I don't even know. I mean, I really, really want to pick the Celtics. I really like the Celtics. I think with Kristaps, they're a perfect team. Tatum has gotten better. He's a better playmaker now. I mean, his shot, I think he's not going to be in a complete slump the entire postseason. My biggest worry is kind of Jaylen Brown. I really am not a Jaylen Brown believer.
I know.
What?
I know.
You know that?
Yeah.
That dude is ass. And he's stupid. And he's a big dummy. He says he goes to MIT?
Really?
Well, yeah. So he went to MIT. He did one of those programs where you can pay to get in. So a bunch of celebrities say I went to MIT. They pay to get in this program, which is a couple months. And it's basically share your idea program where they have a talker and then they have it's the stupidest thing ever. Jaylen Brown wants people to think he's very smart. He's not. He's interesting. He's an interesting thing. He also has hella beef with Nike. And it's not for a based reason for inhumane production stuff. It's cause
they promoted Derek White.
Yeah, it was the fucking Olympics or something.
Going to the Olympics.
I thought it was really because he was base as hell.
Uh-huh.
And no, it's not. Yeah. All that being said, if Kristaps is healthy, they'll win in 7. If they're not, they'll lose in 7. That's kind of hedging my bets, but I don't care. This is our podcast.
Yep.
I can do whatever I want. And again, I've literally talked about what the Thunder do good in 3 times already.
I'd say if Halliburton, Donovan Mitchell, Tatum, Shea, Luka, LeBron, if they all get hurt, if they're not healthy, I'd have Bucks in 5.
What about
in the finals?
What about Kawhi? What about Steph? You need them going too? No. You can beat them?
Yeah.
Okay. Heard. Awesome.
All right. There you have it.
What's our timestamp at?
Yeah.
We're at 1 hour 30.
Okay.
Well, let's hurry up.
Next 10 minutes, everything else.
Yeah.
What else do we have? You have the MLB stuff?
MLB, we have March Madness.
Did we not already talk about it?
No.
Oh my god. Florida won.
Florida won the Natty. Ben has an argument that he wants to say.
Ben, you'd say
about it.
Go.
I think he could have dribbled again because he took he got the ball in motion, took 2 steps, left the ground, and then dribbled.
It would have been better if he did because they would have at least gotten a possession back, even if they did call it a walk.
Yeah, because the clock would have stopped and they could
exactly.
But
sad way to lose.
Yep.
Heated game. What a heated game.
And
that was
it
was hype.
Get a shot off.
It was hype as hell.
Yep.
But
yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Cool.
Florida won. Big boom.
Walter Clayton. You think he's a first round pick?
Yeah.
Did you see Al Horford say?
No.
He said after they won, because obviously he's a Florida guy.
Yeah.
He said he's excited to play against Walter Clayton in the NBA next year. Which, first off,
it's so weird to hear.
Why?
Because I don't know. Al Horford's so old.
Well, that was his announcements of that he's playing next year. That's how he did it.
Oh.
That's why I was saying that. Oh. That was that was hand in hand, I'm playing next year. But he did it with praising Clayton. That's what he did. That's why I was saying that. Yeah. Okay. It wasn't it was just an off statement. It was his announcement that he's playing next year. That's why it's kind of a big deal, at least for him. But yes, it is insane how good he is. Al Horford is so good, and I hate him but I can appreciate how good of a player he is.
Yes. His wife is crazy though.
Yes, very.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had to choose, Jaylen Brown.
Oh my god.
You know about that? Ken?
Yes, I do.
No.
She also hates the Sixers.
It was like fuck, marry, kill. 3 guys on the Celtics.
She's on social media.
It like wasn't even in her comments or anything. And she
just chose it.
Retweeted it, and she's like, "Since I have to pick," and she picked one of.
She's a weird lady. She was like parading when he got out of Philly. She hates Philly, but it is funny. Oh, also, last thing on the Celtics, I fucking love Joe Mazzulla. I love him so much. He is so funny. He's like an insane person. He has like a quote a week where he's just like an absolute ridiculous human. Like whether it's like arguing like basketball is life and death or that he wants fights back. Like I really like. I like a lot of players. I like Tatum. I don't like Brown. I hate Brown as a person. Oh, I've seen it. Yeah. He's a big Anna Horford is weird. But keep rolling. What else? What else we got?
And then we got the MLB segment.
Run through, okay?
Woo.
You got 5 minutes.
Obviously, the weekly MLB The Show grind and hours update. I'm not home we're at Ben's mansion in Chicago. We just left the left the full stadium from the play-in.
Mm-hmm.
Nice of y'all to come out and greet us.
Mid-pod.
Y'all see the Giant City Connect
They're so
jersey.
Cool. Holy shit, they're so
got
cool.
leaked a few days ago, like a week ago.
I love these.
They look pretty heat. They are fire.
They're so good at City Connect jerseys.
Oh yeah.
I love the way they do it too, where you get one every like 3 years, and they're actually able to wear it more than 1 year than the stupid City edition.
They're able to.
I hate the way the NBA does it.
Yeah, the Dodgers changed their City Connect, but they still have the Los Dodgers one. But it's because Shohei came.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I mean, they still have the flexibility to that too. But usually, like the Phillies aren't going to get one until like 2 years. Yeah. We just got the little gradient one.
Yeah, that one's tough.
I like it too.
We got to do a ranking one day.
Oh yeah.
MLB app is loading. I'm gonna go over the MLB standings, and I'm gonna go over some of the stuff that I think are controversial. So we have the Padres in first place so far with with 15-4 record. They're leading the NL West. The Giants are second best team in the league at 13-5. Second in the NL West. The Dodgers, third place, third best record at 13-6. The Chicago Cubs are 12-9. They are fourth. They're leading their division. The Diamondbacks are also really good. The whole entire NL West, except for the Rockies, amazing. They're 11-7. So NL West is going to come down to a heater. NL East, you have the Mets and the Phillies. 11-7 are the Mets. 10-8 are the Phillies. That's going to be pretty close. You know, we obviously have 100 more games.
Bless you.
But you know, it is what it is. The Chicago Cubs, NL Central. The Brewers are like 2 games behind them, but I feel like the Cubs are still going to fulfill their destiny and win the division. The Yankees and the Blue Jays, plus the Red Sox, are pretty good. Yankees and Blue Jays are tied, just half a game back. Are the Blue Jays, both at 11-7. Blue Jays are 11-8. Red Sox are 10-10. Blah blah blah. The Tigers and the Guardians are 10-8 and 9-8. Tigers are 10-8. Guardians are 9-8. Texas Rangers 11-7. Boom, obvious because the Astros suck. Currently, the Astros are in last place in the division. That's wild. They're behind the Athletics. The Angels are my biggest surprise. of the year so far. Second biggest surprise. My biggest surprise is the Braves.
How bad they've been.
They're so awful. So the Braves, let's talk about them for a second. If I'm going to make a team ranking list, and I'm going to have them as my third worst team, until they can prove to me that they can hit the ball and provide on offense, and that they can pitch. Because Spencer Strider came back today from his Tommy John from 2 years ago. He pitched okay. Gave up a home run to Vladdy. Shout out. But the Braves hitting has been awful. They are currently the third worst record in the league at 5-13, which is awful. And the Orioles are not having a great start to the season. Gunnar Henderson's out, but their pitching has been rough. It's been really, really rough. I believe their team ERA is 6.0, and that's like the worst you could possibly have. I'm about to look it up real quick. And their best pitcher has a 3 ERA, and blah blah blah. Next is my number one. It's gonna be between the Padres and the Dodgers for me. I'm gonna try and keep my favorite team bias, from making me pick the Dodgers over the Padres. I don't know who is number one right now, but I would say Padres have a really good shot, and they would have the edge for me because the Padres are hitting on all cylinders. They're pitching so dominant. Dodgers, our pitching has not been the greatest. Our hitting is popping off right now because the Rockies suck. But our hitting is starting off slow. Our pitching could be better. Blake Snell's injured already. Freddie Freeman came back, but everyone else doing all right. I'll have a number one next pod. And then the last place, obviously, I want to say the Rockies are the worst, but I'm going to give it to the White Sox as my worst team in the ranking because they were awful last year, and I believe in the Rockies more than I believe in the White Sox to win games. It's just the Rockies' schedule has been like insane. They haven't really been able to catch like a break in their schedule. I'm looking at it right now. Their worst team that they played was the Athletics, and every other team they played the Rays, the Phillies, Athletics, Milwaukee Brewers, the Padres, and now the Dodgers. They get a slight break in the next series against Washington, but it just gets worse. It just gets harder and harder from there. But I still believe in the Rockies. I love NL West division teams. I want to see every team thrive except for the Padres. That's all I have for the MLB segment today. I'll have our rankings out next week.
Well, I think that's just about everything. If you guys made it to this part of the video,
The Marvel Rivals.
were we talking about Marvel Rivals?
We have like two things.
New skin customization, pretty cool.
Pretty cool. And then thoughts on Emma Frost's character.
She's pretty attractive, pretty thick.
I feel like her
Kit.
Yeah, her abilities are pretty cool. I like it's pretty easy to escape some of the stuff. Like if you you know how I'm able to like attack someone and then it like puts like a little diamond down or like a little crystal,
Yeah.
and I hit that crystal and it damages the person
Yes.
still, way to get out of that is you just back up.
I think her shield's gonna get nerfed because it's only a 3-second cooldown. I think they'll raise that cooldown because she can constantly just put it up and take it away, and put it up and take it away. Those are like the best Emma Frosts they do.
Yeah.
But yeah, she can space really well. She can make the game a lot more complicated.
Yep.
And
but she's still new. And
yeah, everyone always gets tweaked out. She seems like a pretty fun hero.
Yep.
Especially for tank players who don't have really a fun hero. She's pretty fun. She has a lot of ways to kill. She has solo, just like the grab when she's in her diamond form is strong.
Yep.
But yeah, she's
not able to get ulted or any ability.
Yep.
She's like immune to abilities and whatnot.
So she'll probably get semi-nerfed, mainly her shield. I think that's her only biggest problem.
Yeah.
Everything else pretty okay. Yep. I got nothing else.
Me neither.
Yeah, hopefully they add to Emma Frost's cooldown for her shield because it's been a lot harder to use maximum pulse.
Oh, is that what your problem is?
I mean, I feel like
no. She can put it up 3 seconds.
Is really good.
Yeah, her shield is disgusting.
I mean, yeah, like I'm able to block
anything.
Scarlet Witch's ult.
You have a 3-second cooldown. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
So put it up, block Scarlet Witch's ult, 3 seconds. You can now block maximum impulse too. It's a
like I try to have my shield break just so I can get it regenerated.
Yeah. Also, if you press circle, it comes back.
Yes. Yeah, but I just want it, but it doesn't regenerate.
Yeah, no, not all the way, but you can put it out still.
Yeah.
At least to block one thing.
Like I can have the shield out, and then in 3 seconds I can just hold L2 without even bringing it back, and it's crazy.
Yep.
Well.
Hope you guys, if you guys made it this far in the episode, what should they comment? All the people watching this. Comment your favorite NBA team that's still in the playoffs.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Okay. Well, hope everybody enjoyed this episode of the Tastebuds podcast. And as always, remember to have a very tasty day.
Stay hot.